It's still working on it.
I'm gonna take a second and close the door.
Alright.
There we go.
We are live and my encoding's overloaded. Wonderful. Okay. Let's hope that stops.
I announced my presence.
Hate to have to cancel the stream.
Hold on.
I'll have to look and see what it looks like on my computer.
I can whip it up on my phone.
Encoding's overloaded. Wonderful. Okay. Let's hope that stops. Okay, so it's not causing any issues for us. That's good. Okay. And it says it's no longer overloaded. And there it goes again. Okay, well, whenever I get any viewers, just let me know if things start to act up. So see. There you go. I want to start with that one. Because it's what we're used to. It's a bad Harry Potter fanfic. That's kind of what we do.
Oh yeah, bad Harry Potter. So I apologize ahead of time for the mic. I'm kind of getting cornered with my limited... I'm kind of like running out of headphones really quickly.
Yeah, just... So, you gotta go to Walmart, man. It's like $3 for what I use on my PS4, and that's a good headset. I mean, they're earbuds, but it's still a good mic.
Oh, I just regret reading a little bit of it. Alright, this is going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be a good one. Okay, so what are we doing here? We're going to do, like, voices, or we're going to alternate chapters. I don't care which. In fact, let's do this Two-Face style. Heads, we do voices and switch on narration. Tails, we just swap.
Can you say that again? Honestly, I did not hear 90% of that. You cut right out on heads and tails, so I only heard the words and then not the explanation.
Okay, so heads. I mean, I already flipped and we got heads, so that's the only one that matters. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick characters as we read, and we're just going to alternate between who's narrating.
Ah, okay, just like the other My Immortal.
Yeah, just like My Immortal.
Hey! So happy. The voice. I am very excited for this.
Okay, so you want to go first, or shall I?
I guess we can go alphabetically, and my name starts with a D, so I go first, and your name starts with an S. Second.
Oh, our usernames. I thought you were talking about our middle names. It's like both of our real names. I was like, both of our names start with
actually,
C.
Even then I would actually go first because my next letter is A. So
yeah, and my next letter is H. Okay, so yeah, either way, you go first.
Or not. Alright, where am I? Oh no. Whenever it's Dobby, people have like a weird fetish with Dobby. I've seen it on like r// thinks I hate it. So.
Oh God, that's why I stay off of Teehee. You know, that's why I prefer Noah get the boat.
Anyway, Dobby realized his groin saw's roar as he withdrew the flesh-choked blade from the astronaut's ruined skull. White astronaut.
And also, what is a groin? Is that like a chainsaw groin? Like that dude from Dead Rising 3 who's got the flamethrower on his crotch with like the 2 nitrogen tanks as testicles? Is this what we're talking about here?
I mean, that's what I picture.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and I'll do Harry, you do Dobby.
What does Dobby sound like again? It's been a minute.
High-pitched. By the way, even though, like, what we mainly read are bad Harry Potter fanfictions, she has no idea what Harry Potter is. She's seen, like, the first 2 movies.
No, I've seen all the movies once, but just couldn't get myself to rewatch them because I died of boredom, and just couldn't get past, like, the 3rd movie. And just kind of dropped it.
Either way. Not very familiar with the skull. Not with the skull, with the lore. My God. My God. My God. Also, how's the encoder doing? Let me check on that real quick. Actually, it's fine. Okay.
Right? How does Ronnie Ron taste, Master?
Harry spat out an eyeball. Like some kid with eyes.
Yes.
To defeat the tyrant, shoot it until it dies!
Yes. That doesn't make sense, though. Dobby ducked an astronaut's poison-bagged fist, digging his groin saw into the beast's abdomen and letting the spray of viscera wash over his elfin space armor. Space? I'm sorry, what about space?
What? Is this a crossover we don't know about? Like, maybe it's like a Dead Space crossover? But there are no groin saws in Dead Space. The most you got is like the saw that like you control telekinetically. That, or not telekinetically, but like it hovers in the air as you're using it.
What's called psychonesis. Silver the Hedgehog uses that. The skull's eye sockets on his shoulders grew brilliant with an inferno cast and vomited a bolt of light through an astronaut. Where is the space theme from? I've seen all the Harry Potters and none of it was...
No, it's not... There is no sci-fi elements at all. In fact, there are more sci-fi elements in Evil Dead than there are in Harry Potter.
It's all magic and witchcraft. He's thrown back against the death wall, his flesh boiling in another dimension. Ouch! Imagine that! Getting thrown against the wall and get burned alive. So, I don't know how you even describe that. Because you get boiled into another dimension, is it like that bad?
I don't know, I kind of lost track because I was making a joke. What's going on? Oh, his flesh boiling in another dimension. Wait, what? What is a death wall?
And I'm imagining a wall that, like, is made out of flesh or something and, like, eats you.
Like that one, like that one wall texture in the original Doom.
I mean, I was actually thinking more. It's a common enemy in Dungeons and Dragons. It was even in Adventure Time at one point. That's what I was thinking of. Some wall flesh.
I don't know. Never seen Adventure Time. Have never encountered that enemy in Dungeons and Dragons. I do play Dungeons and Dragons, though.
I do too. Harry slapped Dobby, who giggled. He reminded himself to kill himself later. Yes, please.
Harry's a smart man.
Buster, look out! Dobby's groin cells screamed. What? It can scream? As it flew off the armor, rocketing through the air like an early dream of mankind. It flew through 3 astronauts who dropped their hell spears as the saw cut a hole in the ground beneath them, so they fell to hell forever.
What?
That could have been a little different.
Okay, so here we go.
I don't mind if they want to do stories like this. Like, I could think, really every phrase book throws you in the middle of an action scene, then starts you off at the beginning. Like, you're like, oh, why was Charlie pinned against, one of those arcade and Foxy's hook was coming down it? Draws your attention.
Okay, so, I can't find anything... I can't find anything else that has to do... Oh boy, I can't find anything that... Sorry, I just saw a really funny drawing that had to do with the grind saw. But, I can't find anything... This is just a Harry Potter thing. There is no connection to anything else. At first I was like, maybe this is like connected to some sort of weird over-the-top video game, you know, like the Dead Rising of space shooters.
Maybe.
But no, it's not.
Yeah, I don't honestly know what's going on.
Well, then we're in the same boat. Okay, so next chapter, let's see if that explains anything. Now, Dobby.
Oh.
Dobby. Oh, right, this is me. Dobby knelt before his master. Harry withdrew his guitar. Fuck, Slayer! It's from a dimension where all screamed for naught. Okay, I'm gonna make a conspiracy theory here real quick about this fanfiction. This is the fanfiction that the id Software team wrote when developing Doom 2016 and they got bored. I can't prove that I'm right, but you can't prove that I'm wrong.
Just a theory. A game theory.
And cut! Wrought from the silver heart of heaven's false promise, laced with vessels that pulsed with the angel's menstrual blood, hewn from the horns of Satan's generals, it laughed as it was set loose, a laugh only Harry could hear, but no one could share. Okay, so his guitar, which is named Fuck Slayer,
Whatever.
it is from another dimension.
Like, do you mean like through the singer Slayer or a different?
I don't know.
It's the Slayer, so.
I don't know. It's just that's what its name is.
Hmm.
And it has veins that have the menstrual blood of angels flowing through it.
This kind of sounds like a weapon out of Outlast 2. The name kind of throws me off, but honestly, describing it sounds like something out of Outlast 2.
Yeah. Again, and it also sounds like the way King Novik talks. For that little bit, you get to hear him talk in Doom Eternal. So again, hey, maybe this was written by the id Software team when they were bored making Doom 2016.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than what happened when they were making the first game. John Carmack ended up cutting a wall down.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, so John Carmack, so when they were making Doom, you know how Doom caused all those office productivity problems?
Yes.
This affected id Software as well. Even though they were the ones that made the game.
Okay.
So, one of the employees, I think it might have even been John Romero, actually, was just spending no time actually working and spending all his time playing Doom. And so John Carmack took a chainsaw and cut a wall out and cut, like, the wall off the front of his office.
Oh.
It took them like months to pick that bit of wall up off the hallway. It was left there as a reminder of John Carmack's ultimate wrath.
Alright.
100% not joking. That actually happened.
I believe you. I believe you.
Okay, anyway, Harry swung the guitar through Dobby's chicken neck. He took the head of the fallen dwarf slave and tore open his stomach, stuffing the head inside. Okay, this has got to be made by the Doom 2016 id Software developers, because that sounds like a prototype glory kill.
Prototype glory. They must take Dobby. What did Dobby ever do to you?
Harry vomited steam and summoned a great meteor from space to smash into Hogwarts and kill everyone there for no reason at all. Okay, this sounds like a bad Mortal Kombat fatality. A vision then appeared. It was Dumbledore, entombed in his cursed mummy armor, calling Harry from his moon base, which wasn't on a moon.
Then why is it called?
I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and do Dumbledore's world. Harry, you must rock the fuck out. Also, this video is not for children. There will be swearing. There will probably be sex at one point.
Most likely.
The whole point of reading cringy fanfiction is for the ultimate cringe. Also, I should...
I want help.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, I have to get the video open on my phone. Also, Diamond, very astute comment, very wise. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Send me, please. Send
Okay.
Suffering.
So anyway, Harry channeled his rage through Foxslayer. The angel blood boiled as he summoned the great meteor, swathed from the blood of the tiny fucklings at Hogwarts. Leapt on.
Oh, I can on all these 4 kids or something? Like, what the frick?
I don't know.
Okay.
Leapt onto it and flew into space. He encased the entire meteor in a wreath of holy... Yeah? Sorry. Sorry, I gotta be a little quieter, but this is freaking hilarious. Also, note that was a frickin'... I don't use the F word if I'm not, like, reading something or voice acting.
Honestly, I wouldn't really care. The only time I usually swear is if I'm really stressed or I get really hurt, like stub a toe or something. Or step on a Lego. That's a fantastic time to swear.
Honestly, stepping on a Lego, it's not that bad.
Oh, it's not so bad. You get it right in the middle of your foot, though. Right in the middle, that's when it hurts. Stepping on with your heel, your front foot, nothing. But you get it right in the middle. That is a whole different world of pain. And also, if you step on a charging cord like that, or just anything like that, like rocks,
It's not that bad, actually. But then again, I'm not exactly normal with my toes. Okay, anyway. He encased the entire meteor in a wreath of holy fuck fire and flew through Mercury, killing the fuck Then he sent Mercury's carcass into Venus, killing out of it, and making every vagina in the galaxy explode.
Oof.
Inside every vagina, a booby sang of mortal life's fleeting precipice.
Did you write that like when he was horny or something?
I have no clue, but that is the most beautiful thing I have ever heard. To be perfectly honest, that is glorious. Harry then did fly his meteor through space, punching astral vampires in F with his fists encased in fuck fire. Okay, I'm just gonna start replacing that with F. I was expecting it just to be every now and then, but it's getting out of hand. And throwing their ruined heads into the past where they bit cavemen on Mars, so the history changed and now they're vampire cavemen on Mars. Harry received another vision from Frumblegore, who was having tea and chumpets with the president of Pangea. Care to have tea, Harry? You know I hate chumpets.
Chumpets? It's crumpets.
I think it's meant to be like chumps. I think that's actually done on purpose.
Alright. Alright. My turn. Harry slammed his book shut. It wasn't really a book, because the pages were made of lasers, and the words were made of headless women making godless love to dragons made out of motorcycles, but it's still reading.
This is one of the most metal things I've ever heard.
They're made out of lasers, and the words. So I'm picturing, like, the A is a headless woman and a godless loved dragon made out of motorcycles. So each word is like, have you ever seen those pictures where they take, like, I don't know, Disney characters and morph them into, like, words? No.
Vaguely?
I don't know how to describe it, but if I find an example, I'll send it to you. But, yeah, it's like when you take a character, like Cinderella, and you just dress up the C to look like Cinderella. That's what I'm kind of picturing here, but that could be kind of hard to read. It's kind of a distraction. Very heavy distraction. Alright, ready? I think that's Harry speaking.
Yeah. Grumpledorp, if you don't stop, we'll starve, and no one will be around to kill everyone in the universe if we get around by bringing everyone back to life when we kill them. I am no longer Strumpelgort.
Is this purposeful? Like,
I think
how many
so.
people are...
I think so.
The ancient man dropped some of the planets he was juggling. There was no one saying he was juggling in the first place. The worlds have shifted.
Oh, the worlds have shifted. I am Dumblecop of the Dark Meal.
Delicious. Flexed one of his legs, which was made of pistols, and kicked a planet in half. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the bayonet stuff, but alright.
Alright, first off, let me see how many chapters of this are left. There are 10 chapters. They're short. We could get through them.
If we don't go on bunny trails too much, I think we can get through them in, like, maybe 15 minutes.
Yeah. Bugger your Dark Meal. Fire to 1,000 suns.
Dumblecop sniffed.
And what of it? Is it a sin? Should a man feel like faggoting a sun or 1,000? Why should the suns heave to the void, if not to be skewered by pawn our fagpoles?
Jeez, did the president have a stroke right there? Like, they can't speak Old English but failed horribly.
Okay, this is metal. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This is one of the most metal things I've read in a long time.
Harry cast a glance at the book. Unsavory sounds emanated from a particularly damned chapter. He was hungry. He looked at a nearby cup. That faded brown film on the bottom. He thought about trumpets. Delicious. Love trumpets.
Harry found some food. It was guarded by 3,000,000 surf ninjas. For it was the last food on Surf Ninja Moon X. The ecology had been decimated by surf ninjas, and so the last food was cabbage and mustard sandwiches. Hey, there's nothing wrong with cabbage, or mustard, or sandwiches. I mean, altogether it might be a little weird, but there's nothing wrong with cabbage.
Probably the cabbage, mostly.
Harry squatted in the ruins of the castle, which had been many skulls arranged to resemble one large one. Okay, that's actually really cool. Like, if someone could visualize that, that'd actually be really cool. It had been poorly done, with the cheeks fading into an amateurishly executed jawline. Oh. The silent killers of the night had negated their innate advantage by only plying their craft on surfboards during the day. Harry was about to eat his cabbage witch, when a man in a tuxedo appeared behind nothing much. Please tell me this is a frickin' Tuxedo Mask. Showing up with his roses. So he stood 10 feet tall, and his head seemed wrapped in an unwrappable darkness. You go ahead and do this, dude.
I am Rape Radberry. Okay, that's questionable. I write critically acclaimed fiction that always turns into fact. That's why I have more money than anyone.
Harry dug a bit of cabbage out of the cabbage
and continued chewing. Is he like some random OC that I'm not picking up on?
I don't know. Maybe he's the author? That would explain the weird name.
Maybe. Okay. Oh! Harry Potter eventually eats a sandwich. He's eating a cabbage witch and discusses life with a famous author. He's the author, so yes, this is his character.
Okay. So this next one's you again.
Would you care to discuss one of my books to hear that my...
Harry finished another bit of cartilage. It was a cartilage and mustard sandwich.
Huh. Who is speaking here?
I don't know,
Because it seems like he gets cut off, right?
Yeah. I think...
Hang on.
Okay, no, this is Harry. You shouldn't believe what everyone says about me. I took a shower with my cousin once, and I have racist thoughts. Peanut Pickle 54, hello, I'm sorry I'm late, dude. Hey, it's fine, you're just in time.
Officer, this post right here. This comment.
Nibbit of yellow cartilage landed on Rape's shoe. He thought about his cousin.
His incesty with the cousins are very fun.
Okay, this one's you.
It's not going to be a sister. That is a different level.
Also, hey, let me know if the...
My thing is like 5 sentences, okay.
Let me know if the stream bugs out a little. My computer is not the best at streaming, so...
It seems to be working. The Inquisitors were telling Harry. First, Ignitus used the rock. Billy asked Harry if he wanted to read his BDSM. I don't know what that is.
It's...
So I don't know what that is, honestly.
It's... Bondage, dominant, submissive, master? Or... Bondage, dominant, slave, master, or something. It's a fetish thing.
Oh, it's a fetish thing. I'm not very good on the. I'm not really good with those.
It's like really a bondage, like being tied up and having a dominant and a sub.
I know what it is. I've just never seen a term for it. I know what it is now. I know about it, but it's like one of those that if you like nickname it like that, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it flies right by my face. So just don't term it, people, and I'll actually know what you're talking about.
Wait, what?
Harry was so surprised that his pants flew right off. He was wearing women's underpants.
He got a virus and his pants fell down.
Well, to be fair, women's pants, some experience would not be very comfortable on a guy.
No, it really wouldn't. Like the reason that flap is there isn't just for ease of peeing. It's so that like it stretches properly.
Yeah, I guess if they're big, I don't know. Might as well just wear a thong. That would probably fit better, because that's pretty much what you're trying to wear, but terribly. Yeah. And were wearing them too. Okay, well, all of you are doing that. You realize they're all men of the Lord.
What? Great.
Can I read another one? That was way too short.
Yeah, you could go ahead and read the next one, too.
Actually, I do. I now regret this. It's the regret. Harry awoke to the throaty rumble of a rape ape. Very hard to say repeatedly. Not a rape ape, but the rape ape.
Gotta be specific.
I couldn't stop saying over and over. The last of his kind after the subjugation of the rape forest. God, his people once reached the canopy, their senile digits proudly grasping the vines as they swung through the night. The hundreds of sweaty Diemand?
So what, are their arms just like really phallic? And they're just like wrapping them around vines? Or are they just grabbing vines with their... Oh no, maybe it says digits, so maybe their fingers are penises.
I don't know. I was thinking that one. Trailing the now-fetid memory in the rape ape's watery eye, as his ocular ducts begin to well with ancestral pride. You know what? Surprisingly, most of this is pretty well worded. It's just some of it's funky.
Yeah. I definitely think this was written to be funny.
Yeah. So too did the countless meaty members, starting to make rape ape every hairy inch, from his eye sockets, ear holes, even his callous toes. A penile font of cry juice birthed a deluge. Wow, that was a lot. Alright. Harry observed this with consternation as he was tied to a table. Okay. Neither magic nor separate cosmic strength could free him from his bonds. Has the creature access to an unknown material of deltistic strength? Does the rape ape have a secret yet more spatula? Making way too much things up. Harry squinted so he could see the subsonic strings of the rope. He began tossing antimatter at them in his mind as a group of children entered the rape ape's hiding place. They were well-groomed and impeccably attired, and there were 5.8 of them.
5.8?
Wait, what?
Maybe one of them's a cripple? Or like maybe one of them has no legs.
Oh, wait, right here. Just enough to represent an array of genders and races that would leave no one unhappy, save for the Eskimos. So there's
Eskimos.
we got females, males, non-binary, bi, gender, tri-gender. There you go. We got.
You got in the races, you know. You gotta be intersectional, you know.
Bi-gender. Oh, I just said that one. Oh boy. Where am I? So for the Eskimos, they were on their own as far as the rape ape was concerned. That is hard to say. I don't know why.
I'll do child 3.2. Why do you cry, rape ape? Asked child 3.2.
Rape ape, unwilling to hide its greasy primate cock tears, hung its head. Gravity boosts the eye, rangers downward. It tied them together in a bow atop its head to be pretty for its guests. Oh, I can do 4.6.
Oh yeah.
And in this literature of Lingam, brother rape ape, the child 4.6. My brain's trying to process these numbers. It's like SCP, but more complicated. The children surrounded rape ape, holding their hands and began to sing. Harry was transfixed as he watched the children, barely swaying with the song, float skyward. The little ones began to orbit the rape ape, who was convulsing as though stricken by the seizure devil. And that sucks. As the song increased in tempo, the child's flesh doubled and merged into child's what? In wondered turbine. The fleshy kidney spotted hair and groin dibblers like the rape ape. This went from weird to like something out of SCP. How I mentioned that, ironically, it became an SCP. It's like confetti into skies, a past and future, settling the constellations of flame with a perished rape apes. An explosion of color and hair left Harry Potter alone and spellbound. He thought about sandwiches. Yes, because that's exactly what you'd be thinking about in this situation. One line over and over. That got tiring.
Yeah, that was...
I don't know why it's just it just did not roll off well, so it was like really hard to read.
Okay. Harry Potter awoke in a pit that reeked of hot sauce. He could feel vicious fluid under his fingernails, burning the tender skin. Everywhere were white bags bulging with foul product. There were diapers stuffed with chicken bones and hot sauce, their foul odor blossoming in the muffled dark. Harry's nostrils begged his brain for mercy. He flew upwards, away from the saucy mysteries below. The smell grew faint, calling him to return. Harry ignored their lies, flying beyond the lips of the prison. He was in a laboratory, with machines that had no purpose beyond blinking lights and soft hums.
I don't know who this person is.
That's an old man. You do the old man.
Hello, my boy son. You make a photo so good.
Harry had flown out of the noose of an old man.
Oh,
out of the nose of an old man. The man wore a white coat, and yet it was drawn by the hand of an idiot. The voice came not from his mouth, but from elsewhere. A sad attempt at humanity. You don't think this is God, do you?
Honestly, he kind of sounds like the guy in the Pokemon. You know,
You mean Oak?
Yeah, Professor Oak. That's what I was thinking when just the whole interaction made me think of him. I know you do so well. Now you choose.
The man reached into his coat and laid out 3 diapers, each brimming with the spicy bones of the nose prison. He removed his head and stuck it on a pike on the counter to keep it from rolling away. The diapers began to stir as creatures clawed out of bony wombs. Arrayed before Harry was a turtle, the reptilian body so frail it seemed an afterthought to the shell. A bald weasel with toothpicks for legs and a wrinkled thumb in a glass of water. The old man's head called out from the spike.
Everyone has one. Make your best friend for life.
I'm gonna have to go with the weasel. Harry drank the glass of thumb water and spat the thumb out at the old man's head.
Weasel sounds cool. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is a big one. Rivers Snapplebottom began his life as a hand-on, which would push each of the 5 first presidents of a country called America. The first 2 presidents, Yeheb and Suonash, were turned into ashes by passing waves of fast food regulation. That wasn't even a thing. Their ashes were consumed by the children in various Wendy's establishments. Each plastic packet was a coffin for the memory. No one knew their names, even though they were listed on the ingredient list. Each of them became soldiers, and wars fought over control of who had all the bullets. Whoever shot the most bullets the fastest won. That's not exactly how that works, but sure. The third president, Wahuli, came to the country that was nothing but a desert with half-buried turkeys. Sometimes turkeys' butts were above the sand, sometimes their legs, or a head. Wahuli tripped and fell into a turkey head, where he was eaten and ordained as a rabbi. Why? He was set to trim the beards of 157 toes. The beards were absorbing the water that was used for the next year's crops with shovels. Without these shovels, the peasants would be unable to shovel the ashes of the children from bullet wars. But no one's getting shot. Wahuli took these beards and formed a lasso. The lasso is a ropey wonder. He used it to tear off his penis and write the 13 commandments of America upon a passing eagle in cock's blood. 1. You are stupid. 2. Baby someone cut off a dick and wrote in America with it. I said that right. 3. When I try to sell you a pumpkin, don't. 4. Your head is an artifice. And don't let anyone see you do it or you'll be kicked out of school. Go. Always collect a ghost shadow if it leaves one behind. It'll be worth something someday. Roku, Starbucks napkins are hereby the new currency. I agree on this. But only when they're smeared upon the corpse of a mule. I don't agree on this. The exchange rate will be 13 meals to 1 napkin. That was kind of... I'll just say that one. Well, I've heard...
No, Hachi is 8. I was thinking, Shichi.
Shichi. I've heard Nana and Shichi.
It's the same.
Taxi cabs used to build a pyramid 290 sides. It will be the White House, and the president will live there for 17 years at a time. Wow. Why eat your children's ashes on a bun? Hachi. A Father's Day, you will enter an invisible box, and you will plunge into the ocean. There you will enter an undersea candy store, where you'll never have enough Starbucks napkins to get what you want. Well, yeah, they disintegrate in water. Q. It is all spam. All of it. Check the box to delete it. Now believe yourself, you are a spam. 2. All clocks will be inscribed with the turning of the alphabet to save time. This is the alphabet. 6 plus 7 equals A. 14 times 12 equals B. 1672 President who?
You mean 13?
And the alphabet. Ichiju. All previous just choked there. All previous constitutions were written by false writers whose passing eagles were inferior and whose cocks had fewer things in them. What if this guy die of blood loss by now? Except only an American Constitution. That's funny.
Constitution.
Ichiju, and your adolescence as a duck, rattling. Actually, let me see the itchy part, but rattling in a circle until you become an egg full of dust. Okay. Jusan, all time is a knotted ball. You can hide it anywhere in your body, and it's still time. President number 4, whose name was not named, was a multiple of hot dogs in the shape of swastikas. Started to build the Gilded Age. What does this have to do with Harry Potter? This was a time
I have no clue.
was embossed with a golden trim, like a wedding cake invented by Thomas Edison. All women were bonnets made of butter and were picked up by the feet and spread on toast in the summer. Well, for not, because this was not the toast of righteousness; it was a toast, which withered with the coming of the sun. Even the crows would touch it, preferring the taste of moldering poop water. That is them. The crows were put in distress and sold to the highest bidder, where they underwent liposuction? I don't know how to read that.
Yeah, liposuction. It's like they suck your fat out.
Oh, never heard of that. President 5 disliked the conservative leanings of his brothers, so he became an evident two-dimensional grid of pink and green squares. Each square had a vagina upon it. These vaginas each emitted a sphere of light, which were scooted steward, I can't say that, an endless succession of plants. Each carried a culture dedicated to a single sex act. The further down obscure the planet was, the more orifices possessed by its denizens, and the more gymnastics and sexual culture the world. I think he died blood loss after the world there.
Huh. Alright, so this one's the last chapter.
Yes.
Harry Potter lay, dreaming. In his mind there is a hat, suspended. It comes unhinged, traveling beyond the dream. The hat finds a sunlit hill, studded with flowers and children's gorging themselves on chocolate. Chewing faces are smeared with brown residue, perched atop the hill on its brim. The hat is still. It rolls down the hill, skating between the chocolate-stuffed children. It comes to one child and stops. Without chocolate, the child stares blankly at its neighbors, filled with emptiness. The hat points at its empty bottom, and the child and sprays glittering beams of rainbows. Gong gong! They encircled the child's hand, transforming them into chocolate. Tears of joy streaked down the child's smile as it began eating its own hands. The hat flies into the sky. The child waves its brown stump.
Honestly, that's kind of messed up. I like that.
The hat ascends to a palace in the clouds. Within, God, bearded and weeping, sits beside a mountain of tiny angels. One by one, he picks them up and tears off their wings. Then he places them into separate baskets. The hat approaches God, and the rainbow is deployed. It encircles God's crotch. A giant chocolate phallus emerges from God's robes. Dropping his broken angel, he tears off a piece of his candy member and smears it on his lips. With a chocolate-studded smile, he slowly raises his fist and gives the hat a thumbs up. I hope this dude realizes he no longer has a penis. The hat travels into space. It finds itself before the sun. It is a tiny dot before the immensity of the cosmic fire. The hat trembles. A tremendous rainbow ensues forth, embracing the sun like a wedding vow. The fire cools and deadens. A chocolate tidal wave roars from its poles and meets at the center. On Earth, the skies blacken, flowers turn to dust, and humanity expires silently, like an infant in its crib. The hat drifts through space, dreamless.
Thanks, a new hat. I don't like chocolate. So.
And that is the end of H. Also, Bellatrix Lestrange was not in the story, and neither was Seamus Finnegan. Let me read the disclaimer here.
I'm surprised Snape wasn't in there.
Warning, Chapter 3 includes invented distortions of homophobic slurs, and Chapter 6 includes the word rape, but no actual rape. When I was much younger, no wordly person than when I wrote these stories. So this is actually the official uploaded. I felt that things like rape and homophobic slurs, while also could be wrapped in absurd caricatures that transcend their hurtful origins. While this may be true in other contexts for other authors, I do not feel it's my place to do it. The experience of those who have suffered from rape and homophobia are bad enough as it is without my story normalizing language that makes them accepted. I could delete the stories, but that would not change their history and prevalence. I choose to let them remain as a testament to my prior ignorance. Okay, so I can respect that, you know. Even though they see this thing as a mistake they did, they still owned up to it and said, hey, I'm going to leave this up.
Yep, not going to hide my mistake. I can respect that. That takes a lot of guts.
Yeah,
Alright, what is next?
Okay, so we could either do Crane's Dead and You're Sick in the Head, which is a Batman fanfiction revolving around Scarecrow.
It's the one I'm just like, oh no.
And then there's Cool Cat X Reader.
I had to do Cool Cat. See, what I don't like about X Readers is that you are part of the story. And if it's bad, well, that sucks, right? But then other stories like what we just read were not part of the story, so I feel disconnected, and I'm happy about that.
Okay, so both of these are X readers. So honestly, I say we just flip a coin. Let fate decide what doom we face.
Okay, I have the Crane's Dead and You're Sick in the Head, by the way, that's still an awesome title, but I don't have the other one that you mentioned.
It's literally just labeled, what?
There's a Garfield one. That's
oh yeah, there are a couple.
I had to like, refresh my mind on what this one was.
Yeah, so...
I regret looking at that one. Alright, moving on.
What do you say?
Just flip the coin and see what we get. Actually, better idea. You know that wheel you use in Apex? Just write out the stories and just spin the thing. And then just start deleting them.
I don't want to do that this time, but next time we'll definitely set that up, because I wouldn't mind making this a series. I mean, we do it enough anyway.
Yep. Okay. I like to sometimes hop on and just, like, read something ironically.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to be... I found some bad X readers, and I'm just like, why not? Why not? It'll be fun.
Okay, looks like we're doing Cool Cat X Reader. Do you need me to send you a link?
Yes, I do. I think I deleted that one by accident.
Maybe it wasn't by accident. If you knew what Cool Cat was, you'd be scared.
It's a Wattpad. Of course it's a Wattpad. Why would it not be a Wattpad? Ironically, you know how I just mentioned 2 seconds ago, the stories I'm going to read tonight, ironically? Guess what? Both are from Wattpad. I'm scared. And they're X readers. Furries, Hate Love, Daddy. I don't like the Daddy. I don't know who Cool Cat is, but I guess I'll find Badook. Full name.
Okay,
Put it open. How many chapters?
Table of Contents, Chapter 1, Officer Cool Cat. So we'll still do the thing we were doing last time. I'll be Cool Cat, because I actually know who the character is, and I know, like, how to voice the character. I read the last chapter. It's your turn.
You're making me be the reader? Oh, no. Right.
He's about to do graffiti our neighbor's wall, and it's not cool to paint on someone's wall.
Cool Cat and Cool Cat saves the kids. I hate this already. I ran down a deserted alley, a bandana obscuring the bottom half of my face. My brown orbs were shining. I never had to read that out loud before. I got the bandana from Walgreens, but I got the termination for my years in prison. Okay, I got sent to jail when I was 14 for embezzling. I mean, I've heard worse. My first day in jail, some punk-ass, anime-looking-ass bitch. Wow. I just took a fight with me. I broke a metal tray over her head and sent her to the infirmary. Found out later she was the warden. No one effed with me after that.
Oof.
Yesterday, on my 18th birthday, finally got out of the parole. What did I do?
You embezzled. You were embezzling money at the age of 14.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fair enough. I'm still the baddest bitch in town. That's why they call me the kid who can't be saved. Okay, just real quick, what is Cool Cat? So I can get, is that a TV show or something? What is this?
It is one of the most cursed children's shorts series on the face of the earth. It is made by this dude named Derek Savage. Alright, audience. Hang on, I need my glasses for this. I need to become Future Scroll. Even though it's not on camera, so I don't really need my glasses to do it. But, you know.
It'll make you...
Hang on. Yeah. Alright. I am now... Hello. I am Future Scroll, even though this is a live stream, and so that joke doesn't work.
That counts.
Cool Cat Saves the Kids is a movie compilation of shorts by filmmaker Derek Savage, made on an extremely low budget. It follows a anthropomorphic cat named Cool Cat, teaching the kids safety about firearms, answering phone numbers you don't know, replying to messages you don't remember, internet safety, stuff like that.
Oh, that's reasonable.
But the series has become infamous on the internet for being very cursed. Derek Savage has a character in the series named Daddy Derek. He is Cool Cat's father.
I see where
Even
you're
though
going.
he is a human. He is also married to an anthropomorphic cat.
I see why this is cursed now. It all came together.
The series hit popularity, well, infamy, I should say, when Your Movie Sucks did a review of it. At first, Derek Savage was very open to the criticism, and even embraced it. But, as time went on, specifically marked with the I Hate Everything Search for the Worst video about the film, he became far more violent towards those who criticized his film, even going so far to talk to his fans and refer to them as bullies, one of the main types of antagonists in Cool Cat Saves the Kids.
Okay.
Future Squad bit over.
There you go. Now I know. Honestly, I don't mind shows that did that. I think we need more shows like that.
It is cursed.
No. Like I get what it tried to do, but it's
oh, you mean like what it tried to do? Yeah, that's not terrible.
Like education. Like Sonic Adventures. Sonic did it. Some other shows did it. Anyway, little did I know someone would try and do just that. Anyways, okay, I just realized this is another good, well-written story. Only few errors.
Oh, no.
So, I'd only been out of jail for like 5 hours, but I was tired of being a goody two-shoes. I bought a can of spray paint, and now I'm going to vandalize something. You can take a girl out of thug life, but you can't take the thug life out of the girl. I lifted up the spray paint and began spraying a giant dick on the wall of the alley. I was just finishing painting "Fuck the police." Underneath them was someone yelled, "Stop!" behind me.
That's me.
Turn around.
Stop!
Yeah. The most beautiful man I've ever seen was standing behind me. He may, are you positive, have had the body of a cat and the slim, thick ass of an Olympic swimmer.
Slim, thick.
I would actually describe it more as an ice skater, but whatever. I was also wearing a police uniform.
Why would you paint that? He said in a sexy, manly growl.
I flipped him off, jerking myself out of my daze. Didn't matter if he was #bagels, I was #not going back to prison. I turned and tried to run away. It's a freaking cat, he'll outrun you. The officer grabbed me and pushed me against the wall with his big, sweaty hand.
Freeze right there, home slice. My name is Officer Cool Cat. What's your name?
I stared into his eyes, transfixed. It was nuts. I whispered and snickered. Suddenly, Officer Cool Cat spanked me. Isn't that actually not what they're supposed to do? Hey, what the fuck up?
I'm not gonna make a current events joke.
Move on.
Okay. It's daddy to you, Cool Cat said.
Does he not? Does he actually say that on the show? Right?
No.
Okay. Cool Cat said and spanked me again. There's more. Oh, wait,
There's more where that came from if you don't tell me your name.
I blushed. Spanked me. I liked it. My name is Carmela.
Got him.
I hate my life. The officer, Cool Cat smiled. Smile and let me go for a second. I think he's gonna kiss me with those plump. Holy crap, Chico-licious? What is that word?
Cheeto-licious? I guess she really likes Cheetos.
I don't even know. Gave my chance. I pushed away and ran down the alley again.
Hey!
After the Cool Cat yelled, but I was already gone. How did I outrun a cat? I'll never know. I I only stopped running a few blocks later in front of Taco Bell because I love Taco Bell.
No! I can't do this!
Okay, so the reason he's freaking out was off camera. Him and I read like Zipper Taco Bell, and it started off decent, but it went down to some really fetish level, and then it went to incest level, and then more fetish level, and then murder. Murder part was fine, but everything sucked. So, yeah, it sucked, and I mean that in two ways. Alright. Where am I? I lost him. My heart was racing. I told myself it was just from running and not because of Cool Cat. Yes, would hope so. I went to Taco Bell and ordered 15 Crunchwrap Supremes. I wish I had someone else to eat them with.
Just don't go in the bathroom. What is it with cursed fanfictions and Taco Bell?
I don't know.
Hey, who's that kid? Eric from Cool Cat Saves the Kids.
I missed all the. Oh wait, am I still reading that? Because it's technically an X-reader.
Yeah, it's an X-reader.
Don't mind it. Since I missed all the grades in school since I was 14. No, you didn't miss all the grades. The judge who gave me a parole ordered me to finish senior year of high school. Don't actually, which is dumb because I have an IQ of 230. Anyways, Eggman is so smarter than me, huh? I wasn't even going to go, but I thought it might be fun to beat some kids up. I like to smell fear in the mornings.
Author's not XD.
I showed up to school in leopard print latex bodysuit. I hate myself. Everyone stared at me in envy and lust. Some kid literally busted a nut right in the hallway. I actually thought it was going to be like an enemy nosebleed, but okay.
Poor kid. Clean yourself up. You're dead.
Yes. Officer Cool Cat's face.
Film reference that most of my viewers won't understand. Da 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 da.
Yay. But I took it away. Why was I thinking of that stupid cat again? There was a commotion at the other. There was a commotion at the other end of the hallway, and everyone started whispering, looking that way. My eyebrow twitched in annoyance, then I facepalmed. What were these bakas? Okay, even looking at besides me.
First off, that's not how you spell baka. Baka is spelled with 2 K's.
Yeah, I noticed that too. That's a common mistake I've noticed.
It's not, and I mean technically, if you want to get technical, it's not baka, it's baka.
Yeah, don't add the S. Finally, a gorgeous specimen came striding down the hallway. He was 4'3" of pure sex. Okay, I don't know. I feel like that was the place. From his manicured claws to his bucket hat and Car's 2 backpack. Oh my god, it's Officer Cool Cat, I thought. Get across the hall, busted another nut for Cool Cat. Okay, bye. I couldn't blame him. I was trying to bust enough for Cool Cat too. Cool Cat's eyes widenly saw me. I hate my life. But then he smirked.
Hello again, You look sexy today, even though you're running from the law.
Why are you arresting me here on the spot? I found when he said the last part. He was still a cop after all. What are you doing here? Aren't you like a police officer or something? I asked, rolling my eyes. Cool Cat backed me into the lockers like he had an aisleway. You could tell he totally wanted my tunnel of love. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm a high school student too. No. You can't be in high school and be a police officer.
That is... Okay. Cool Cat said. How old is Cool Cat actually?
I don't know. He hangs around with like 12-year-olds, so I assume like 12.
Cool Cat said. Then I suddenly realized he was the lead singer of the international pop star group Two Directions. What? I explained why everyone's so obsessed with him. Well, whatever. I don't listen to the garbage they play on the radio. I only listen to African flute dubstep, real music. I have not listened to that myself.
You know,
I bet you're like
that's hilarious because that's actually the kind of stuff she listens to. That was uncanny, actually. Plot twist, we're in a lost episode creepypasta. This was Derek Savage's abandoned script. For Cool Cat Saves the Kids too.
That's imagine for like the X reader, it's like they take the camera and you just like, oh, this is like from the camera's perspective. It's more like the door where it's like they'll be like, "Where's the map?" and you're like, "On your back." Where? On the back. You know, I imagine it's something like that. But that'd be so cursed.
Oh God.
Oh, that'd be so bad. Where am I? I thought you were like a straight A student or something. I said, crossing my arms over my chest. I hate kids who. Why was that like a part of the sentence? I hate kids who study because they're nerds. I myself can't even read. I beg to differ in reality, but okay.
I can be bad too. Cool Cat said, and the roundhouse kicked to the nearest window.
Wow, Cool Cat, I said abashed. I just kind of thought you were a narc. It was then I noticed Cool Cat had a leather backpack. Maybe he was groovy enough to kick it with me after all.
Groovy.
Yes.
Oh, that's also a reference to the show. He says groovy. Not in like an Evil Dead reference sense, but like he's just like, making friends is groovy. It's What did you just call me? Cool Cat said, getting angry all of a sudden. Also in quotations or something.
His face was like a sexy orange lighting storm. Okay. And not?
Not that. Cool Cat growled. His animal magnetism was overwhelming.
Overwhelming.
I am a narc. I'm talking about Cool Cat.
It was then I remembered he'd ordered me to call him Daddy. Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Daddy cool? I asked.
Cool Cat smirked. Oh right.
Found out of My Little Pony backpack.
How many backpacks does this dude have?
And now he has My Little Pony backpack.
And before that, he had a Cards 2 backpack.
Oh. Why are you carrying 3 backpacks on you? You only need 1.
In that empty classroom. Now, oh god, this is gonna be friggin' 50 Shades of Orange, isn't it?
Oh, I can tell where this is going. I hate the rain.
I'm Cool Cat, and I'm going to save the kids. Cool Cat from Cool Cat Saves the Kids.
How are you gonna save this kid? Lord, forgive me for what I'm about to read. I went in the class and bent over the teacher's desk. Oh, my goodness. I was really going to do it. I was going to let this love hug penetrate my forbidden cove. Then I saw the Russian prison insignia tattoo on my hand. I jerked up. No, I'm not doing this.
Why not? Said Cool Cat, who had ripped off his clothes. There was a police uniform underneath. Then he ripped that off, and he was wearing a golden thong. Oh wait, this is you.
Yeah. Yummy, no. I'm in focus. I yelled inside my head. Then I realized I actually yelled out loud because Cool Cat was looking at me weird. I'm not gonna do that.
Laws did that the other day while I was in class. What, you ripped off your, you were looking at your, classmate who was an orange cat in a, golden thong?
Yeah, people have weird crushes on fictional characters. I can get humans, but Cool Cat and Pennywise,
Oh god, Pennywise.
Because I'm a bitch. You're a cop. I don't know, okay? People just like clowns, weirdly. Relationship is doomed, I said. I wanted to cry. This is not a relationship. I'm just saying. But I didn't because I'm too tough. Cool Cat looked sad and stared angrily off into the distance.
Suddenly. Oh, right, this is still you. Duh.
Suddenly, Daddy Cool grabbed the... I like how I, switch between what I call him. Grabbed the news desk and threw it across the room and crashed into the wall, sending pieces of brick everywhere. It's made of brick? How did you do that? I asked, and gasped as a piece of brick whizzed from my cheek. My skin stung and I realized my cheek was bleeding. I'm a pirate. I kept staring at Cool Cat. How was he that strong? No one could be that strong unless... Daddy Cool Cat, I asked, cautiously. He was staring at my bleeding cheek in fascination. Whoa, that just sent me Day John's food trip. His eyes have turned red, but not from the usual cocaine. Okay. I started. Cool Cat's thing glittered in the moonlight. Yeah, I see where this is going. You're a vampire. I didn't realize that was me. Cool Cat screamed in agony as I said the words. Cool Cat, you beautiful son of a bitch. Okay, this whole sentence here bugs me. Like, it makes me think we're like swapping dialogue. Nope.
Yeah.
That's all. Okay. With that, Cool Cat sprinted across the room and leapt through the window with a feral roar. Shattered glass flying everywhere, and with it my heart. Still, I ran to the window, peered into the woods. Cool Cat was nowhere in sight. Who is this?
Excuse me? Your name?
We should like that. A shrill voice suddenly demanded from behind me. I spun around, remembering I was in the middle of my math class. The whole class and teacher were watching all because they were jealous.
Wait, hold on. I thought that was an empty classroom.
Wait. Did you just take some poor kid's desk and just yeet it against the wall? I mean, rip.
That poor kid was probably like, please, I just want to go home. What was that kid in My Immortal that I was always bringing up?
Timmy.
Timmy. What if it's Timmy?
I don't know.
This is the story of Timmy's abduction.
He's in every bad fanfic. He's always that background character dragged into the...
Poor Timmy, man.
Like
poor Timmy.
Someone scented me, and I growled to them not to because I was sad. I didn't want anyone to know I was sad because they could smell it if they scented me. We scent each other because we're all werewolves at my school. Okay, so
wait, what? New. Oh, no. No.
The North Dakota fact, but I don't like to talk about it. Later, losers, I said, and skateboarded out of the room. I had a skateboard, apparently. My dad owns a school, so I can do whatever I want.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Alucard from, what was that show What was that show called? It's like, oh my god, I've seen a couple episodes. I watched it with my mom. Oh my god, it's like something the Game Master.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember the name myself. That's gonna bug me. Thanks.
Nah, it's not. I'm gonna Google it.
My dad owns the school, so I can do what I want, and then sad weirdly down the hall thinking of Cool Cat all the way. Alright, so just finish that, so when you're done Googling, just go to the next one. Yep. Oh, someone in the comments in this one said I'm crying. Yeah,
Captain in the Game Master, that's what it's called.
Have you found it?
Yeah, I found it. It wasn't hard to... I knew what I was looking for.
Yeah, I see it on the stream.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
I've got the latency.
Yeah, I know this now. It just took a minute to click.
Yeah. Okay, so... But yeah, that reminds me of Alucard from that series. Oh, the kids are crying! Radio announcer from Cool Cat Saves the Kids.
I didn't see Daddy Cool Cat for a week after that. I tried to go on with life as normal, even around a few things for fun, but nothing made me feel better. Then one day, as I was a badass over here, as I was returning to my room in a giant 17-bedroom mansion, I saw someone standing in the window. I live alone because I'm an orphan. You just said you have a dad. Also a Bitcoin
millionaire.
What the hell, I asked? I grabbed my Glock 19 off my hip. Not at the intruder, but they caught the bullet between their teeth. I guess it was Cool Cat.
Your name, Cool Cat said. He was crying sexy, manly tears. Can you love me even though I'm a vampire?
I like where this is going. Of course I can, Daddy Cool, I said, and threw myself at him. He caught me, and we started to make out. He threw me on the bed so hard. Oh, hang on. He threw me on the bed so hard, the bed crashed to the floor into the living room. Cool Cat and I just ignored it and kept making out. Okay, well. I don't care if you're a vampire, said, in between making his head go round, right round like a Flo Rida song. What?
Yeah, you spin my head right around.
I'm a fair. Oh, wait a minute.
Okay.
I'm in the wolf. Hold up. I said in between making. Okay. Wait. Oh, no, that's you.
Wait, said Daddy Cool, stopping all of a sudden. You're a furry? He sounded horrified. Ew, I'm not bumping noodles with a furry.
Daddy, I said, disappointed her. You're an anthropomorphic animal person. I'm a werewolf. Like, that makes sense.
Fucking furry, was all Cool Cat said. Then he jumped out the window for a second time and faded into the night.
The last time I ever saw Officer Daddy Cool Cat. And as the kid that couldn't be saved after all. Is my misery? Okay, we're almost done. One more thing.
Epilogue. Why don't they call you Cool Cat? They should call you Dumb Cat, Butch the Bully from Cool Set Save the Kids. Okay, so fun fact about Butch the Bully. In one episode of Cool Cat Saves the Kid, he was actually arrested, and the person playing a police officer was a porn star. A well-known porn star.
Oh no. Oh no.
I don't like where this is going.
It's been 3 years since I last saw Cool Cat. Amused as I sat on the park bench. I was watching my 2-year-old daughter play. 2-year-old daughter? In the sandbox in the park. Her little orange cat ears were shining in the sun. Yes, that's right. She's Cool Cat's daughter.
But you'll the noodles.
I thought he's okay. Whatever. He had a daughter. Partly because I haven't seen him since I found out. Partly because he broke my heart. I don't want him to leave her like he left me. He's still in town. He's a freaking police officer. You can go find him. Yeah. Getting over Cool Cat took a long time. We may have only known each other for 13 days, but those were the best days of my life. Get who Cool Cat made busting up twice is now my daughter's godfather and also the token gay minority character. I would say bi though, because he did the same for me, so logically. These cameos every couple of episodes to say something sassy before disappearing again. Sounds good. My daughter's name is Pina Colada. Okay? I didn't give her Cool Cat's name because he's not her daughter anymore. She's mine. I love her, and I'm proud to be a single Diemand. All my friends in prison came to a baby shower over Skype because they can't leave prison stuff. Finally, out of the corner of my eye, I noticed a beautiful gleam. I turned aghast, and I saw the most beautiful man I ever seen. He had a glossy, oblong torso filled with vicious red liquid. Yum. Hey, oh, wait.
I'll do this.
Wait
hey, baby girl, can I sit here with you? LOL.
He asked. Only if you don't mind sitting next to a furry, I said shyly.
Of course not, he said as he sat down. I was in love with him already. I'm Kool-Aid Man, and I'm a furry too. Rawr, XD.
I gasped when I smelled him. He was a werewolf too, and my mate. The two of us looked at Pina Colada and smiled. The end. Oh, okay. No, actually, all things considered, I thought that would be a lot worse than it was. Other than a couple of uncomfortable circumstances,
That was mostly fun. Now let's do something else. Let's do the other thing that we flipped for.
What was the other? Oh, that Batman one.
Yeah. Crane's dead and you're sick in the head. Okay.
For me, I have to get it open on my phone because...
Reader, you. Okay, so I'll go ahead and be the reader this time.
It's gonna be gay.
Hey, you know what? I can live with it. It's for the it's for the purpose of... Actually, I don't know if... whatever. I'm just playing a character. Hang on. I gotta bring Future Score back for a second.
Okay. That's good.
Batman means very much a lot to Skrull. He's played all the Batman games and found most of the Riddler trophies. And he has about And in this moment, he is about to ruin what he loves about Batman.
No. Don't associate this with Batman. Just see it as an alternate horrible universe. I'm sorry.
Except that there are
No?
alternate horrible universes in Batman that are actually cool, like the one with the Batman who laughs.
Yeah, but that's good. That's a good one, right? I want to get around to reading that. But for this one,
I actually have that one digitally.
yeah, just
I got
read
it
this
free.
as a fan. I'll let it destroy you. I've read a lot of bad fanfics, and somehow it's not destroyed any of my fandoms because
Okay.
I don't associate with fandoms.
Summary. Warning, this has incest already off to a wonderful start. Necrophilia already off to a wonderful start. Oedipus complex, or for girls, Electra complex. You masturbate yourself on your father's dead fingers. You are female, you know. If that's not bad enough, I could have made you eat his rotting flesh afterwards. Notes, I'm sorry for writing this, but I needed to get this out of my head. Suppressing one of those, crossing the line of good ideas, is not good. Again, extremely sorry, so tired, wish I could say that this was a 3 a.m. thought, but it was not. I don't condone these acts, and really you should not be getting turned on by a dead corpse. Please.
Alright, go on.
Your insides clenched as you thought about it. The sick thought nearly killing you when you found your dead body reacted pleasantly to it. He was your father, and he was dead. He laid on the floor, barely disturbed and rotting away. The stench plagued the home, and he didn't have a pulse. But your sick mind wanted it, despite your own pleas. You slowly walk up to the body, tugging off your jeans and underwear, already wet. You sat on his chest, moving his hand to the rest on your thighs. You were shaking, adrenaline rushing through you. This was sick. You were violating your father's dead body. You deserved to be thrown into Arkham. Hey, maybe you'll die during the breakout.
If you're lucky.
No, that already happened because, Crane's just now dead. Which means this also takes place after Arkham Knight, if this does indeed take place within the Batman Arkham universe, which let's just assume for the sake it does, because that's the continuity I'm most familiar with.
Wait, does this have the Scarecrow in it, or no? It seems like it's just this one Crane dude.
Jonathan Crane is Scarecrow.
Wait, oh! There you go, that's my Batman knowledge.
I thought you said he was your favorite villain.
I don't do research. I think it's cool, but it's just like I can't find anything like the only reason I'll get Batman Arkham Knight is because he's in it. Now would I actually like to get that, but
you can get it for like $10 used at GameStop.
Yeah, and the thing is that I've seen the movies, but I don't remember hearing his name that much, so the name just kind of slowly slipped away over the years. So
I'd recommend playing Arkham City before. I mean, also Arkham Asylum is a great game. Definitely play that one, but you can get the collection for like $30 of all 3 games.
Yeah.
Then you're only missing Arkham Origins, which isn't really necessary viewing.
Okay.
I mean, you can get it for the Wii U, but don't play the Wii U version. For the love of God, don't play the Wii U version. Play the Xbox 360 version or the PS3 version.
Okay, keep that in mind.
Anyway.
It was... I have no idea.
Yeah, after you deserve to be thrown into Arkham. You're new at pleasuring yourself. Yes, you had a few boyfriends, but you never got anywhere with them. But in the moment, it was wonderful. You're unsure, but you slowly get the hang of it. You moan softly, rubbing a soft circle around your folds. Your fingers stopped to dip inside you, feeling the slick spill onto your fingers and his decomposing body. Oh, God.
What's that story?
Oh, Daddy, your voice echoed in the house. Everything was happening too fast, but you didn't care. You rubbed your thumb against your clit, hips jerking in pleasure. Oh God, maybe I should have age-restricted this video.
Yeah, you can later if you go in the settings.
I don't know.
The streams take a second
We'll see
to
if
post,
anything too horrible comes from it.
Yeah,
I have it
no,
marked as not for kids, so...
Yeah. Be prepared ahead of time.
I have everything. I have my channel set automatically to marked as not for kids.
That's wise. Anyway, go on. You knew very little.
Oh yeah, you knew very little of anything below your waist, but you knew you had to break the hymen. No, you don't! That's actually not true! It's flexible! I don't even have one of those, and I know this. He used his hand, pulling it from where you had slid off your leg and under you. His fingers were cold. His fingers were always cold as you rubbed against the palm of his rotting hand. You'd turn yourself into the asylum after this. Maybe. You moaned softly, using his hands to press into you, his fingers sinking into your hole. Jesus Christ. You swallowed. Fuck it. You slid the hand farther past your opening, jumping as the fingers passed a painful wall. You couldn't stop thinking about your father, wondering how he would tell you. How he would tell you, relax, take it easy, there we go, you're doing so good, baby girl. Oh wait, no, I should read that in his voice. Relax, take it easy, there we go. You're doing so good, baby girl. His voice was soft and caring.
I can't see my face, but my face is stood in disgust. Like how that's what bothered me this entire time.
You shift, the fingers stinging your insides, but moaning at the sensation of the fingers chilling in your walls. Oh, God. You pushed them deeper, twisting your hips on them as you rubbed your clit. Your insides warmed the fingers as if he was living. You slowly moved his fingers in and out of you, your head spinning more of your slick as more of your slick fell into your hand and his. You were remembering envying Mother for everything she had him. Oh, wait, no, that's not what it says, but I don't care. You came crying out, sitting there for a moment before pulling the soaked fingers from your lips. You rested against your father, feeling tears well up in your eyes. You miss him, miss the heartbeat under his skin, his soft tone. You pull away, standing up and gathering your discarded clothes so you could take a shower. The body was still there as you exited the bathroom with a new set of clothes. Hopefully it's a straitjacket.
Yeah, hopefully.
You felt ashamed, but it didn't stop you. You defiled your father. Maybe that was something to be ashamed of, and frowned upon everywhere. Except maybe Japan. No, I'm pretty sure that necrophilia is also frowned upon in Japan.
I think it's frowned upon anywhere. Everywhere.
I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure. You sigh, picking up your father's body, deciding whether you should take it to the basement or leave him there, or ask for a cooler and drag it to the basement. Oh, what? You take the stairs down, his work having been disrupted from its collecting of dust, as you padded into the cramped room, and you set him in the corner. Maybe you could mummify him. Where would you get that? Cryogenics takes too much work. Well, I mean, in Gotham, you could probably get Mr. Freeze to do it.
Yep.
Well, maybe. It takes longer for a body to decay in water. Oh, he's gonna get all waterlogged. Your rambling head was getting to a place where you didn't want to think about. What if your father wasn't dead? What if he walked out of here while you were out? What if he knew what you did? You turned to the body, resting against the floor.
Days, so I still. He's not getting up. It said it correct, right? He's been dead for a few days and he's rotting. Yeah, he's not getting up. That's just.
You start making a coffin, burying wood, and at least a type of bedding so he can rest comfortably. Buried alive would be so much better. You wish you would have never touched him. Then don't commit necrophilia.
Especially with family members. That is incest. Necrophilia. Oh, necrophilia. Oh. How does that even work?
You do the girl. Crane hasn't.
You kept watch like I asked.
Oh wait, no.
Talking.
I don't know.
Batman, no. Okay.
Batman is.
Batman. And a young.
You've kept watch like I asked.
Crane hasn't left his house. His daughter has bought wood. I feel like something's happened, Batman.
Batman nodded. The young girl is short from a fucked childhood. She lived with her mother most of the time, but being the daughter of Scarecrow means genetics disorders. She has the same insanity as her father does, same immunity to the toxins, same dissociative identity disorder. Batman's been watching her during the night. Gordon had the day shift, and Batman snuck under the covers of night. He couldn't watch as your insanity got worse, letting your dead father claim your virginity. He was tempted to crawl in and take the body to the morgue, but that wouldn't be such a nice treat. I don't know, for you. Your father disappearing from the floor after you knew he was dead. It was the third day after you did your act. Batman rested on the roof, knowing exactly what you were going to do next. He stepped quietly not to alert you to his position. It took you 3 days to build this makeshift box and decorate it as if it was an actual funeral. Nobody would come, except you. Except you already did.
Yep.
That was awful.
Yep. That was terrible.
You lugged the box upstairs as you carried your father upstairs afterwards, as not to put strain on you. You decided to dress him in something nice. You placed your father in the box, his brown hair combed to the side, his eyes closed. You hoped he wasn't burning, even if he deserved every bit of it. You opened the door to the backyard, deciding to work under moonlight not to raise suspicions. Okay, hang on. She's doing this under moonlight when she knows that there is a bat creature who beats up bad people. And stalks the night specifically.
Yep. That's logical.
You dug the first grave, digging it just below 5 feet, before you went back and started dragging the box out. You also carried bandages, a knife, and seed. What's the bandages and a knife for? I'm scared.
Yeah.
You looked up as you pulled the box behind, spotting the whites of eyes, almost stopping, curious, but you continued your work. And that's why you don't do creepy stuff at night in Gotham. Checking the coffin before making sure it was still how you wanted it to be. You start putting dirt back into the hole. You said a prayer to him, just as your mom had told you. If your father died, pray for him, and plant a rose with a drop of your blood. You did the same for her when she died. What happened? You stutter, patting the ground, as you place the seed in the soil with the blood. Oh wait, What happened? He died. What else? You whisper, standing up to wrap the bandages around your wrist. I'll go willingly. He nods, knowing you would. You know that he saw you the other night, when your disgusting mind was having trouble processing the death of your father. He led you through the house, back to the front door as he called for the Batmobile. You hoped the flower would grow, just like you did for your mother. The flowers should protect him. I want to read the comments here, and then we'll cut this stream off because I gotta go to bed. Intriguing, I loved it. Oddly enough, maybe because I'm currently working on a Kraden story myself. Great job. This person did better. Hello, yes, what the fuck? Like, legitimately, what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, now that I got that out of the way, what compelled you to write something this disgusting? Someone's daughter committing necrophilia with her father's corpse? And don't give me that don't read BS. This is legitimately repulsive. I couldn't bring myself to read all of it, lest vomit. But from what I did read, it wasn't very well written. Get a hobby, OP, go to therapy, and maybe don't fetishize incest and necrophilia. You are disgusting. Your notes clearly state that you know this is sick, but wrote it and published it anyway. What were you thinking? WTF. Jonathan Crane doesn't deserve this. Dude. Jay, the OP is extremely sorry for their mistakes. They wish they could go back and delete it before it reaches anyone else's eyes. Oops. The OP feels extremely sick over this too. After reading your comment, the OP was disgusted with themselves, and they wish they could vomit as well. They are extremely sorry. OP does not enjoy it and wishes to say very sorry to Jonathan Crane in person if they could. They wish to say I'm sorry to each and every one of you. Well, apology accepted. It was a mostly enjoyable read.
Actually, I think it didn't actually really need the necrophilia scene because it was actually kind of interesting. I actually kind of liked how well
if you cut out the necrophilia and you just had maybe like she killed him.
Yeah.
Instead, that would actually be like a genuinely really cool. Like I could see that as like a one shot in the comics or a later series issue in Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah, like
that would actually be really cool.
I think honestly that was. I don't agree with the guy with it like being poorly written. It was actually really well written.
Though maybe that's just because of what we normally read together.
Yeah. I don't know. Nothing can really be as bad as My Immortal. Like, it's so bad I can't even read the thing.
Yeah.
I'm just like, most of the time just sitting there like, what? Am I reading? So confused. I try to follow, but it doesn't work sometimes. It just doesn't. I try my best, but
okay.
I'm just sitting there like,
so,
I'm like,
switch over to here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yes, I know about the low resolution.
Oh, we gotta
the bit rate is higher than a recommended bit rate. Okay, whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this stream, I plan on doing another one in the future. Don't know when, but you know that's a thing that I plan on doing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out Diamond the Animatronic Wolf. She is at my featured channels list. This is Carl107, signing off.
And I believe we're done.
Yep, stream finished.